Hey guys, I'm here today with the WLTOYS, the green buggy, the 1/10 scale, the 10428 I believe is the number. And I locked the front diff. The rear diff's already locked, so I went ahead and locked the front diff. I'm going to test out the steering on it now. I did back down the dual rate just a little bit on it, so it don't turn quite as sharp or anything, so it won't cause me too many issues, I wouldn't think. Also locked the front diff with a I use the earplugs made for women. These right here, these Max, where it says it's made for women, they're smaller than your standard earplugs. So one of them was like the perfect size to fit in that diff. I smashed it down really as flat as I can get it, threw it in the diff, I closed it up real quick, and then I just screwed the screws down real tight and got it looking back to where it should go normal, and sealed everything up. I re-greased the front diff and I sealed everything up on it, and now I'm going to try it out and we'll see how it does. So far I just drove it a few feet, everything's locked in it, and it seems like it's working, functioning like it should. So now it's a full-blown crawler. So it's got, of course, it's got high and low gear on it. It's pretty quick. I did add on the rear, I added oil filled shocks, and they were the ones from my Red Cat Everest 10. They seem to fit this thing perfect. So of course I don't have the right size for the very front. They're a little bit smaller, and actually they work, the ones in there work pretty daggone good. So all together it seems to be just fine. The fronts, of course, is a cantilever, so it's a smaller size shock. But the friction shocks in the front, like I said, they seem to work just fine. Actually, they work pretty close to the oil-filled ones I got in the rear, so it's a good match, actually. But let's take it for a spin. I got to the stock 2S battery. Everything's stock on this thing. Here's the stock remote, which is awesome remote. Reminds me of my Radio Link remote, my 4GS remote. It's a lot like it. It's got every setting the Radio Link's got on it. It's just very nice. But of course, it's a 2-in-1 ESC deal. So if I change the ESC, I can't use this remote anymore, which is sad. I like this remote a lot. But I don't mind the electronics on this. So let's get it rolling, guys. Hope you enjoy it. Hit that like button. Let's go. Pretty awesome, guys. It seemed to work pretty well. I did notice the wheels were struggling a little bit for grip. I guess it's where they're kind of a harder compound. They're not too bad, but they still are new. I haven't drove this thing a whole lot, so they might need broken in a little bit. Or then again, I can always put a different set of wheels on it, something more grippy. Just let me know your thoughts on what I did on having all locked diffs on this thing and its ability to crawl better now. You see it climbing up my logs. It did pretty well. I do notice the servo seems to be making some noise. I don't know if something's scrubbing in there. I'm gonna have to double check that. Every once in a while I was making like a grinding noise, and I'm afraid it's the gears in the servo. I hope not, but it does do donuts just as good as it always did. I was kind of concerned about that. I figured it wouldn't, but apparently I was wrong. This thing is still just a donut beast. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was kind of short. I hope you hit that like button, and I guess that wraps it up. And guys, as usual, thanks for everything.